Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is a Thursday. Today is April the 25th. Oh, my goodness. Hairstylist Appreciation Day. I'll bet there are more people who appreciate their hairstylist now than before the pandemic.
I'm sure.
Remember when there was that time where, like, I can't get a haircut?
Can't get my haircut at all.
There were some people doing home haircuts that didn't turn out good. That's one of the dumbest things that I remember about 2020. I'm like, that is so silly. International Delegates Day, License Plates Day. I guess never thought of that, but why not celebrate those? Hug a Plumber Day. Yeah,
okay.
I bet they love that. It's also National Plumber Day today. Rapper Appreciation Today. So if your plumber happens to be a rapper, you got a double whammy.
It's a big day to celebrate.
Red Hat Society Day, World Penguin Day, National Zucchini Bread Day. Have we ever had zucchini bread?
Yes.
Do I like it?
Yes.
Let's do that then. And it's Malaria Day as well. A lot of other things going on today. But we're going to celebrate this one here. Dear-jon letter on Thursday. We do that every Thursday. And I got a doozy. We'll chat about it coming up.
Whether you have a credit card now and need a better credit card, or if you don't even have a credit card but you'd like to get a good one, we would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit
At bettercreditcards.com.
with bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Wedding season almost here, and, you know, taking a big plunge is a big step. In fact, more people seem to get cold feet before their big day than you might think. According to a poll of over 2,000 Americans who got married since 2021, 20% got cold feet, nearly called off the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, 20%. According to one poll, they did the survey, half the respondents spent less than $10,000 on their wedding, with only 1 in 5 spending more than $30,000. While 86% said they don't regret how much their wedding cost when asked what specific regrets they had. 10% noted that the price of their big day was a big concern. Over half said they paid for the wedding themselves. 54% said that. So, and it wasn't like mom or dad or somebody else.
It's just so silly to spend that kind of money on
Well, there are things
wedding.
that matter more than other things, you know, because there's some things that I see people spend a lot of money on, and I'm like, what? Why? No one's even
Yep.
going to remember that. They're not
That's
going to remember
right.
that at all. I can't even pronounce it. All right. Surveys. I don't know. I was speaking in cursive. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
So how do you like these gas prices? Not great, huh? How would you like to save money every time you get gas? I've been using this app for a few years and it's amazing. You can find out more at radiosavings.com. When I first heard about it, I didn't think we'd have this in our area, but they seem to have stuff all over the place. You can sign up for free and try it for yourself. They have savings on gas, but on many other things too, like restaurants and convenience stores. Try it for free at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by Genesis Gold, IRA.com. Hi, did you know that reclining seats could someday be scrapped from economy class completely? There's
That
a
doesn't
concern-
surprise me at all.
Yeah, there's a concern over space and fuel costs.
As if, oh my gosh,
Fuel costs, even in-flight fighting over space. William McGee, Senior Fellow for Aviation and Travel at the American Economic Liberties Project, said, a trend toward non-reclining sardine can airplane seating could soon become the norm.
as if they're not already sardine
That's pretty
cans.
much, yeah. With the cost of jet fuel, they are always looking to reduce weight on board. Non-reclining seats would require fewer parts, so it would reduce the weight.
That kind of makes sense then.
Yeah. So what they're saying is pretty soon you're going to be sitting on a folding chair. There you go. Good luck to you. We've duct taped it to the floor. You're just fine. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Although we got upgraded to first class, I don't know that I can ever not think about that when we're getting on a plane now. It's like, that was amazing. All right, we don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by radiosavings.com. There was a time when I always knew what movies were coming out. Now I never know, because we don't watch TV with commercials anymore, but there were always commercials for that. I don't know where I'm going to see them unless I go to a movie and I see a trailer before
Right.
another movie.
Yep.
But here are some new movies that apparently are coming out this week. Abigail, it's a rated R horror thriller. After a group of criminals kidnap a ballerina daughter of a powerful underworld figure, they retreat to an isolated mansion unaware that they're locked inside with no normal little girl. Ooh.
hate
The
it when that
Ministry of
happens.
Ungentlemanly Warfare, rated R, drama, war. It's a British military movie. Let's see. It takes place during World War II. And then Spy X Family Code White. So I don't know if that's Spy times Family Code White. I'm not sure. So anyway, rated PG-13. It is an animated comedy action film. So there we go.
see.
All of that is happening. And I have one to add to the list. Unsung Hero hits theaters tomorrow, April 26th, starring Joel Smallbone. He and his brother are 4-time Grammy Award winners from the band For King and Country. And this is actually a true story about their father and their life. So he gets to play his dad in the movie.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
And I get to talk to Joel on Monday for our Movie Star Monday. So that film is in theaters this weekend.
Do you have a mobile phone? How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Since we were talking about the airplanes that are looking at maybe lightening their seats by taking away the mechanisms that
Right.
allow you to recline, because that's going to make a huge difference. I've got other weird airline stuff here. Unusual airlines that actually existed at one point.
Okay.
Pet Airways, founded in Florida in 2009, was exclusively dedicated to pets, like dogs and cats, or passengers, as they put it.
Passengers.
Yeah, and they were in not seats, but carriers. They went broke in 2012. So
can't imagine
2009
why.
to 2012. The Lord's Airline had no alcohol on board. Instead of in-flight magazines, they had Bibles. They watched movies that were religious movies. 25% of their money went to missionary work. Founded in 1985, they were losted in 1987. So, yeah. And Smokers Express. On this entire list, this is my favorite. It's not my favorite because I'm a smoker, but when smoking was banned in 1990 on air flights in the United States, 2 men in Florida found a way to get around that by saying, we're going to start our own private club.
I like
and
this
it'll
a
include
lot.
flying. And it was a $25 membership. Here's the part that I like about it. In addition to the smoking, they got steaks and burgers on board.
I love that. That is so
The
great.
airline never took off. They had 5,000 members, but then it disappeared in a puff of smoke. Yeah. MGM Grand Air, in 1987, they were the first class only super luxury airline that carried no more than 33 passengers. They promised to have special lounges at each airport they served, concierge service, no lineups or check-ins, and porters to fetch your luggage. A stand-up bar on the plane, and even meeting rooms to meet in on the plane. By the mid-'90s, though, private jets became popular, and nobody was using this, so it just went away. And the last on the list, Hooters Air. So think about the Hooters restaurants. They had the same concept, but instead of serving you food in a restaurant, they were serving you as flight attendants, and it didn't seem to work as well. So there you go. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit genesisgoldira.com.
And it's time right now for Dear John Letters.
Dear John, dear John.
All right, I can't wait to see what Heidi's response is to this letter.
Oh, boy.
Well, it's signed very embarrassed. So.
Okay.
Dear John, I took yesterday off work and I talked my husband into calling in sick so we could have some private time after the kids went to school. This is where it gets real fun. Sometimes I like to get a little animated and, well, loud. And we can't do that when the kids are home. This is not my normal Dear John letter. So this was really awesome. But there's one problem. We have a regular dog walking service that comes by each weekday and takes our dog out.
Oh, no.
After about an hour at home, I got a text with a photo of Rosie out on a walk. I texted back, when did you take Rosie for a walk? He said, I didn't know you were here. Oh, she said, I didn't know you were here. The dog walker wrote back around 9:15, but I didn't bother you because you sounded busy. I was appalled and I wrote back, I am so sorry. Then he wrote, don't worry about it. I'm jealous because I wanted to join in the fun. Oh, yeah. She said, now it's really awkward. I can't decide if I should ignore this, if I should cancel the service, if I should send this message to his boss, but would, get him in trouble, or just apologize again. I think I need a new dog walker, right? Signed, very embarrassed. So... first of all, I think we can all admit that this might be the funniest story I've heard in a while. So, can you even imagine?
Oh, that would be horrifying.
Yeah. So they have a dog walker that shows up. She completely forgot, apparently. And they were in the throes of passion when the dog walker was there. And so I think that is an awkward way when she said, hey, I'm so sorry. And he wrote back, don't worry about it. That would have been fine. I'm jealous because I wanted to join in the fun. That seems to have been uncalled for, doesn't it?
That's an unusual response,
So,
yes.
and I have no idea. She doesn't say in the letter, like, if this is a little old man that's the dog walker, if it's a young, strapping lad. I don't know that it really makes a big difference. It's awkward either way. So if it were me, first of all, I probably wouldn't find myself in this situation because I just can't even imagine doing any of that. But if it were me, I think I would. I don't think I would call his boss.
No.
But I do think maybe it would be time to say, okay, I just don't feel comfortable anymore with this person coming here. I need a new dog walker. So
I don't think I would do. I don't know.
We've got people volunteering.
I wouldn't.
We got a friend in the studio. He raised his hand. I'll do it. No, that's funny.
I don't think I would fire the dog walker.
Don't you think it would be awkward?
Well, it'd be super awkward, but that's not them,
Well,
not
and
on
here's the
him.
thing.
He shouldn't have to lose his job because
And
of that.
think about it this way. At the end of the
They're
day,
the freaks.
you're never... At the end of the day, you're never home when the dog walker's there
Exactly.
anyway.
That's why you have a dog walker.
Yeah, so I don't know.
No,
maybe
he shouldn't have to lose his job. He was just trying to be funny.
I don't think anybody would be losing
Even
their
though
job.
it was in poor taste.
Yeah, probably not the
But
right response.
I'm the queen of poor taste jokes, so I don't
I
feel
know.
like he should lose his job.
There are definitely times I have had to explain to people, no, Heidi's sense of humor, she was trying to be funny when she said that. Very offensive, awful, hurtful thing. She thought it was hilarious. She told me about it when she got home. No, she didn't mean to offend you. She thought you'd laugh for some reason. All right. Hey, if you'd like to chime in with advice for Very Embarrassed, you can do that on our page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. Also, if you have a Dear John letter, you got to beat this one now. How are you going to beat that? If you've got a Dear John letter for next week, you can submit those either on our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show, or right through our website. And you can do this anonymously. We never tell anybody who it is. I've even had people reach out and say, is this so-and-so? And I don't tell anybody ever, ever, ever. But you can do it anonymously at the bottom of the page at johnandheidishow.com.
Whether you have a credit card now and need a better credit card, or if you don't even have a credit card but you'd like to get a good one, we would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit
At bettercreditcards.com.
to bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
By the end of a person's life, they can recall, on average, around 150 trillion pieces of information. I feel like I'm way behind.
Wow.
Here's the thing, though. If it's some dumb little thing I don't need to know, that stuff sticks. I know so many stupid things. But anything that really matters, no idea.
It's long gone.
No clue. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There are 4.8 billion people who own mobile phones, but only 4.2 billion people who have a toothbrush. So more people have phones than toothbrushes.
Really?
Yeah. We also found that out about toilets. Remember, we were talking about how many people have phones and how many have toilets?
But a toothbrush you'd think would be readily available
You'd think so.
everywhere.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
According to a study, telling yourself, I can do better, is actually one of the best ways to do better. Just tell
Okay.
yourself, I can do this better. I can do this better. I try that before I do this program every day. How's it working so far? No?
You can do better.
I thought so. And final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Contrary to what you might have heard, redheads are not going extinct. So there you go. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
So how do you like these gas prices? Not great, huh? How would you like to save money every time you get gas? I've been using this app for a few years and it's amazing. You can find out more at radiosavings.com. When I first heard about it, I didn't think we'd have this in our area, but they seem to have stuff all over the place. You can sign up for free and try it for yourself. They have savings on gas, but on many other things too, like restaurants and convenience stores. Try it for free at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com. Heidi, I got a question for you. The average woman has a 12-year relationship with this person. Who is it?
The hairstylist.
Yes. How in the world did you get it just right off the top of your head like that? That was, I got to tell you, I am amazed. I would not have guessed that. So there we go. 12-year relationship with their hairdresser. So Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of mintervention.com.
Do you have a mobile phone? How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for some weird news, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Uber has released their 8th annual Uber Lost and Found Index. It's a listing of the most common and most unique things that passengers left behind in the car. Most common things left behind is what you'd expect. Clothing, luggage, headphones, wallets, jewelry, and phones. But the most unique items left behind, they're unique. Among them were a frontal hair toupee.
How do you lose your toupee?
I don't know. Hot sauce and a breathalyzer. They were together.
Okay.
I'm not even going to read that one.
I can imagine.
A leaf from an unidentified plant that the customer said was much needed. So he got in the car with the plant. They're like, why you got that? Oh, I need this. I have to have this. And then he left it. 2 containers of live spiders and a tray of meat pie. Other items near the top, most unique items, a small rat skeleton prop.
What?
A candle that says, see you in court. A tub of surgical implants. I don't know. A police-grade handcuff set. Live pet turtle. And a my girlfriend's pregnant pill. I don't know what that means.
My girlfriend's
Customers who lose items, by the way, can reconnect with their driver. However, Uber says some of the passengers were not too worried about getting their stuff back. Instead, they go, no, you go ahead. You can just have it.
You can keep that.
Yeah, and one person, they left some cheese in the car, and when the driver told him, he goes, no, that's your tip. You can have that. That's your cheese now.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Old customs that are hard to imagine. Part 1. Like a kid in a car without a car seat. It wasn't long ago that not only was that legal, it was normal.
Yep.
In France, for instance, child seats have only been mandatory since 1992. Canada and the U.S., it was sometime in the 1980s that it was mandatory. When I was a baby, I don't even think car seats were invented yet. If they were, we sure didn't have them.
Our seatbelt was our mother's arm.
Yeah. Yeah. So kids, you guys don't know how good you've got it. How about this? Checking your cash before going out. Before bank cards, you wouldn't dream of leaving home without cash. Credit cards didn't become popular until the 1970s. And the 1980s, ATMs popped up all over the place. But before that, you had to go to the bank or somewhere to get money before you went out and did stuff. So it's hard to imagine these things today. Buying a newspaper every morning. So like in old movies, you see that. That was a thing. Throwing away plastic bottles, recycling is very, very new. So this used to be, the way people do it. They'd get done with the bottle, they'd toss it in the trash. I've got more of these. I'm going to leave all of them on the list for today, and I'll have the entire list tomorrow, but we'll finish reading the list on the radio tomorrow. But you can see the whole list in the show notes for today at JohnandHeidiShow.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of RadioSavings.com. Our quote today is from Shane Ritchie, who says, I don't believe in reincarnation. And I didn't believe in it when I was a hamster either.
That is funny.
Here's the thing. That is my kind of humor. Just silly, nonsensical things like that. I don't know why that tickles my funny bone more than like things that most people find funny.
That's funny.
But that's absolutely my sense of humor. Shane, thank you. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. I think this is kind of a cool story here, and this happened in Cleveland, Ohio. It says, I was meant to be here. A man saves a young boy from a flying puck at a Cleveland Monsters game. That's ice hockey. Heart-stopping moment at a Cleveland Monsters game turned into a heartwarming story of heroism and fate. Andrew Podolak, seated next to Asia Davis and her 4-year-old son Nasir, he saved the young boy from a hockey puck flying right towards him during a game. In the closing minutes of the third period, a puck hurled into the crowd aimed directly at this young child.
Yikes.
With quick reflexes and a protective instinct, Podolak intercepted the puck, preventing what could have been a devastating injury.
Wow.
If you know anything about a hockey puck, it's more dense than a baseball. This dude literally saved my son's life, the mother said. And the video has gone viral. After the nail-biting incident, Davis and Nasir and Podolak snapped a few pictures together and left the game. However, Davis felt compelled to express her gratitude even more, and she turned to TikTok to locate her son's new savior. The video gained some traction right away, and it got his attention. The next thing you know, my phone was blowing up. Everybody's saying, hey, is this you?
That's
and he goes,
really
yeah, that's me.
cool.
I was there. So anyway, I think it's really cool. They had a chance to get together and have a nice chat afterwards. And so the thing that's really neat is, at the end of the day, this could have been huge
devastating
disaster. And I love that the quote in here, he said, I was like, hey, I was meant to be here. You cannot tell me God is not real.
That's for sure.
Because he chose to sit there. He was supposed to sit somewhere else.
Right.
But he chose to sit there, and then he catches the puck that could have killed this child.
That is crazy. Love that.
Have you ever been to a hockey game and had a puck fly close to you, anywhere near you?
I don't think so.
I used to be a photographer, and I was taking photos. I would be above the glass at the hockey game, and I was not paying attention one time, and I heard the entire audience inhale at the same time. They all went, and I look over, and I see a puck flying right at me, and I move, and it dented the wall behind me.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I came close, too. That was...
So everybody that gasped saved your life.
They did. I should probably thank them. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.